girl got the lead in the class play? How about that?
You don't understand. Sleeping Beauty's gotta get kissed by a handsome prince for 3 nights in a row. Yuck.
Sleeping Beauty. I just hope she doesn't slug him in front of all these witnesses.
What it is you don't want to do.
Because if I tell you, you'll make me do it. Where's Dad?
He's on the phone trying to get a client out of jail.
But this is important.
Hi, where's Wally? I gotta see him right now.
Get in line.
I am in line.
Daddy, don't make me do it.
Okay, you don't have to do it.
Now, why didn't I think of that? Wally?
So, Kelly, what don't you want to do?
Be Sleeping Beauty in my class play. I can't.
Oh, sure you can. Look, Wally, I gotta talk to you.
My little girl got the lead in the class play? How about that?
I knew playing a thermometer last year would lead to bigger things.
You don't understand. Sleeping Beauty's gotta get kissed by a handsome prince for 3 nights in a row. Yuck.
Now, come on, honey, give it a try. It's only a pretend kiss.
Forget it. Why couldn't we have done the ugly duckling? Then all I'd have to do is quack.
I don't get it. She'd rather be a duck than a princess?
Honey, you just don't understand women.
So, what's your problem, Beaver?
Not my problem. Our problem. Floyd Sullivan's back.
Hey, no kidding. How is the old guy?
Oh, well, I'll tell you how he is. He's rich, he's handsome, and he's here to steal Mom away from her happy home and stick her on a 70-foot yacht in Key West.
Who told you that?
He did, when he called up to ask her out.
Oh, come on, Beav. She wouldn't marry the guy 2 years ago. Why would she do it now?
Well, think about it, Wally. She used to have time to be with her friends, travel, sit on the city council. Then bingo, I move back home, you move next door. Suddenly, she's a full-time grandma. Floyd's her ticket to excitement.
Boy, now I'm starting to feel bad. Mary Ellen and I never think twice about going out on the town and leaving her home with Kelly.
Well, it's not that the kids and I couldn't manage without her. It's just that she's become such a big part of our lives. I'd hate to lose her.
Well, you know, Beav, if you're really afraid that Mom's going to jump ship, we all better start making her life a whole lot easier.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
Start treating her like a guest in our homes.
Surprise! She's already gone to Florida.
Grandma! Thank goodness you're still here.
Well, what's all this about?
Well, the boys thought they might surprise you with breakfast in bed.
Oh, I'm supposed to smash a bottle of champagne over the new city shuttle bus this morning. But I made it a practice of never smashing anything on an empty stomach.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, everything looks just wonderful. Toast and bacon and eggs. I hardly know where to start.
So is the bacon.
Oliver dropped it upstairs.
Well, what's up on his sleeve?
Why don't you just start with the juice?
I'll get it. Oh,
Let's sweeten this up.
now look what you did.
That's one for sure. Oliver, wherever did you get that idea?
From him.
Why don't you guys take that stuff back down to the kitchen? I think your grandmother wants to have a word with me.
Grandma, don't ground Dad. We still need to ride to school.
I'll take that into consideration. Beaver, what have you been putting in those boys' minds?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it, Mom? Lloyd Sullivan's back in town, and the boys are afraid they might lose you.
Is it only the boys?
Okay, I'll admit it. It's Wally, too.
Beaver.
Well, Mom, I'll admit the thought did cross my mind. But if you were to leave, who'd be here when the boys got home from school? And to make sure that they ate right and help me raise them.
If your world is so threatened by my having one little date, then you've become far too dependent on me. Who knows, if I left, it might be the best thing for all of us.
Oh, hi.
Hi, honey. Have a good game?
Yeah, I won all 3 sets. Well, it wasn't too tough. On his first serve, Lumpy hit a lady in the snack bar and got a little tentative after that.
Well, I'm glad somebody around here had an easy afternoon.
What's up?
Wally, I'm worried about Kelly.
Honey, can we talk to you?
Kelly, honey, can your mother and I come in, please?
Okay.
So, how's everything in school?
Not bad, but I can't never go back. Not after what I did.
Kelly, before we start checking in the private schools, could you tell us what happened today?
Well, we saw a movie about our friend the sun, and in rehearsal, I belted the prince.
You belted the... Any particular reason why?
He tried to kiss me. Everything was going fine until Miss Canfield said we were going to rehearse the last scene. So I lay down on the card table and closed my eyes. And Doug said, "That's the prince. At last I have found you, but I fear I am too late, for my life will never be complete without you, my sleeping beauty." Then I smelled salami. So I peeked a little, and there was his face coming closer and closer, all puckered up like a fish. And then, the only way I could stop him was, pow!
Well, it's lucky that his father's a dentist.
Honey, the kiss is supposed to be the happy ending.
Not for Dad.
Kelly, honey, listen, I know you can play that part, but if it's upsetting you this much, why don't we just stay home this weekend? We'll rent a movie and make some popcorn.
No way.
Okay, Kelly, what's going on? Do you want to be in this play or not?
I don't, but I got to, or else everyone will think I'm a loser, and I'll never get picked for anything again except banging erasers.
Well, okay, stay in the play. But tell Miss Canfield that you want a less demanding role, like a peasant or a rock.
Oh, Daddy, how can you be so mean?
Actresses.
Come on in, sweetheart.
Grandma, I know I'm not supposed to bother you, but can I watch you get ready for your date?
You certainly may. And you can bother me anytime you want to. I'm so sorry I can't come to your play tonight. But Floyd's only in town for one day. I'll come tomorrow night.
With Uncle Beaver?
Uh-huh. Shouldn't you be in your costume by now?
I guess so, but I don't like it.
Looks lovely to me.
On you, maybe. You're beautiful. I hate the way I look.
Please, sweetheart. You're the most gorgeous young lady I've ever seen.
No, I'm not. My hair's stringy, my eyes are too far apart, and I got a neck like a stack of dimes. They probably would pick me for the
remind me of a youngster who was so afraid they were going to have a pug nose that they slept with this awful contraption to flatten it out.
Is this going to be another one of those stories where the kid turns out to be you?
Nope. This time it turns out to be your father.
Mom says we have the same nose.
Kelly Cleaver, you come over here. I want you to take a good look at yourself. You know, I take your hands away from your nose. Come on, open your eyes. You know, if we're only looking for imperfections in ourselves, we're surely going to find them. You know something? I hate to be the one to break this to you. But, honey, you're a knockout.
No. Really?
Mm-hmm. Just look at those high cheekbones. You get those from my side of the family.
I never saw them before.
Well, all the top actresses have them. But none of them have eyes like yours.
They open and close good, too.
I bet you'd just be stunning in that costume. Let's go put it on. And here's your costume. Oh, what a pretty petticoat.
I picked it out myself.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
There. You put your hair up?
Uh-huh.
What a lovely dress this is.
At least it'll hide my knobby knees.
Well, that's an advantage. Come on, let's go take a look.
I still got a neck like a stack of dimes.
Well, so did Cleopatra. And Audrey Hepburn, and even your grandmother. Look, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Put your hair up. See?
No, Grandma. You're right. I am a knockout.
Yes, you are. And it's not just because of the way you look either. It's because of who you are. It's your sweetness and your curiosity and your sense of humor. That's what's going to knock that audience right off their feet tonight.
Thanks, Grandma, for always being there when I need you.
Oh, I love you, Kelly.
Hey, Gertrude, is the man of the house about?
Cut it out, Eddie. I don't need any guff from you, especially not tonight.
You're right, Beef. That was a cheap shot. Hey, look, why don't you gather up the kids so I can get them out of here before your Tupperware party starts?
Kip, Oliver, your ride's here.
Theodore, might I remind you of the spiraling cost of admission at the drive-in?
Okay, but this time just don't sneak them through in the trunk and then try to pocket the money.
We got five.
Here, you got it, this car. It's so long it sags in the middle.
Hey, this guy's no teenager. Did you say he lived in Florida or discovered it?
Eddie, doesn't the movie start soon?
Hey, I just want to stick around long enough to meet the petrified playboy.
Maybe if we don't answer, he'll go away.
Now, come on. I want you guys to be on your best behavior. And you too, Eddie.
Theodore, how nice to see you again.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Sullivan. These are my two sons, Kip and Oliver.
Kip? Oliver?
Well, how was your trip?
Fine. Who is that obnoxious child out front who tried to charge me for parking?
You must have encountered my firstborn, Frederick. And this is Eddie Haskell, who's just leaving.
It's a pleasure, sir. Coming, son? And may I say, that's a splendid suit. Are ascots back in fashion again?
Why don't you boys go outside and keep Frederick out of trouble?
Boy, he must be a messy eater. He's got a napkin on.
Or
Hello, Floyd.
Hello, June. You look wonderful as always.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Eddie.
Eddie, you know, I think the kids are waiting out there.
Hey, now we're just getting to the good part. Oh, I just love to see old-fashioned sentiment like this. Makes me think of my grandparents' 50th anniversary. He bought her a corsage, too. I only forgot to give it to her. He just stuck the pin in her arm and kissed her.
Shall we?
Mom, have a great time.
Beaver. Oh, Floyd! If you feel drowsy, promise you'll pull over.
That young man is the most appalling jerk in my memory.
You don't think to hurt your mom's chances with the old guy, do you?
No, Eddie. This time I think you did just fine.
Hey, lay off the horn!
Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry. Excuse me. Hi. Excuse me. Were these the best seats you could get?
Clarence, this is the second row.
I just hope I can get a good shot of JJ from here.
Will you relax, Lumpy? You can practically touch her from here.
I'm thirsty.
Lumpy, the show's about to start.
Oh, these things never start on time. Excuse me. Whoa. Ouch. I'm sorry. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Whoa, pardon me. Did I miss anything? Hey, these really are good seats.
Long ago, far away, in a magical kingdom, Princess Aurora was born, King Stephen and Fair Queen. From near and far, people came bearing gifts, including me, her fairy godmother. Thanks, Clarence. Now I can't think.
Okay, Melissa.
Well, King Stephen, I was quite upset at not receiving an invitation. So I brought my own little surprise, a golden thinglet. We'll cast a spell its touch upon her 16th birthday. Touch the spindle, Aurora. It will bring you eternal happiness. Don't touch it, Aurora. It will bring you eternal beauty. The fairy godmother, this is so pretty. What harm could come from just one touch?
This is it.
Oh, fair maiden, at last I've found you. Here I am too late. My life will never be complete without you. Sleeping Beauty.
I just hope she doesn't slug him in front of all these witnesses.
Come on, Dad. Kiss me. Don't worry. I won't pop you again. Just scared. I couldn't go before. Especially for our parents. Come on. Don't worry. It was only pretend.
Mom's not home yet, Habib?
Not yet. Are you worried too?
Oh, no, I always walk around the street at 1:30 in the morning.
Come on. I don't want her to know we're waiting up for her. Mom, is that you?
Hi, boys. Are you waiting up for me?
No. We were just playing poker.
Oh, really? Why'd you just discard 3 kings?
Mom, I think we ought to have a talk.
Oh, this sounds serious. Should we go in the den?
Come on, he just wants to know where he stands. And I'd like to know, too.
We really had a nice time. And how was Kelly's play?
Oh, she was terrific. You know that part where she's supposed to kiss
That's
the prince?
great, Wally. But we just get to the part about Floyd and Mom.
How much your grandchildren love her?
Well, Beaver, if you really want to know, Floyd asked me to go to Florida with him. And I didn't even have to think it over.
Well, so, Wally, tell us about Kelly's play.
Beaver, I'd really rather hear about Mom's evening right now.
Thank you, Wally. You know, living with my children and my grandchildren can sometimes be nothing but headaches, aggravation, and carpet stains. That's not really the lifestyle that grandparents are led to expect. But tonight when Kelly came to me for help, and what little I did really had an effect on her, that really meant an awful lot to me. I don't want to be one of those grandparents who just comes in once a year and passes out presents. I'm really a part of your lives. And right now, I wouldn't trade that for any yacht in the whole world. It's been a long, wonderful day. I don't know about you two, but I'm turning in.
Oh, not me. I've got to finish scouring the oven.
What's wrong, Mom?
I don't have the heart to tell him. It's a self-cleaning oven.
Old Spanish California's classy defender of right. Zorro, next on YTV.
One thing that never seems to change from generation to generation is the desire to belong. There's nothing like the camaraderie of being in on something special. But when you discover that you're wanted, not for who you are, but for what you have, it can be a painful experience. And what's even worse is realizing that you've neglected those that really matter the most. And that's our story in this episode of Still a Beaver.
supposed to go to Neptune's restaurant and make faces at the live lobsters. I haven't seen him since the fire drill, where he was trying to stop Barry Haskell from making siren noises. Typical. Look, Ollie, I'm in a jam. I've got Junior Chipmunk meetings for the whole week. And now I'm supposed to build this diorama with dinosaurs and junk. Dinosaurs? You lucky dog. I gotta memorize poems by a dead guy. Some luck. I know less about dinosaurs than I know about Roman numerals. Oh, dinosaurs are easy. The only tricky part is saying their names without spitting. Look, Ollie, maybe you can help me build the diorama, and I'll help you memorize your poems. You got yourself a deal. Thanks, Ollie. I'll be over at B1. That's 6 in Roman numerals, I think. Bye.
I'm not going to stand for it. I just wasn't cut out to be an alternate. Hey, Sam, you're just down on co-ed volleyball because Julie Woods beat you up for first string. Hey, not so loud. Anyways, she's not that coordinated for someone 6'2".
Where are you going? We're supposed to name the lobsters before they get boiled.
Not now, Ollie. We got to go take the team picture. And I'm not going to smile.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Marcus has band practice. Kelly has Junior Chipmunks.
The church is open. Why not pray for some personality?
Hi, Uncle Beaver.
Well, hi.
Is Ollie home?
No, he went out with your grandmother. Something about an emergency trip to the toy store.
He was supposed to help me with my diorama today.
Oh, well, I guess I could help you, but I'm not very good with foreign languages. Get it? Diorama, foreign languages?
Never mind. I'll come back later.
Arrivederci.
I still don't think you have the makings of a real gladiator.
Well, I bought the uniform.
Clothes don't make the man, Cleaver. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm letting you use our garage as a clubhouse.
That helps. Being a gladiator is more than that. It's a way of life. We're always together. Right? Right. Yeah. We stand up for each other. Yeah.
That's what I want. Some guys who'll stick by me. Oliver, I've been waiting for you. Kelly, what are you doing here? This is secret stuff. But you were supposed to be helping me with my diorama today. I can't now. This is much more important. It's my destiny.
I like the way you handled her. If you aren't gladiator material.
I can be tough if I'm pushed.
All right. We'll let you in. But first you got to take the secret oath.
But if it's a secret, how will I know what to say?
Watch my lips. Do you swear to uphold all the rules of the gladiators, to be loyal to all of the members, and to keep all our stuff a secret until after you die?
Well, I'm not allowed to swear, but I'll promise real hard.
Falcon, I think we better throw this one back in the pond. Yeah. All right, you're in, kid. Now prepare for the final test. Right now.
Uncle Beaver?
Mom, you'll never guess what Oliver's doing with that outfit you bought him.
He does look good in it, doesn't he? So nice to see boys in uniform again.
Mom, he's joined a band of junior terrorists. They're out in the garage chanting.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I think that's the way the Beatles got started.
I don't like it. They didn't have groups like that when I was a boy.
No, I just bought you that Zorro outfit and you slash Z's all through the neighborhood. Do you know you frightened Mrs. Donaldson's cat so badly that it was 3 weeks before that cat could eat solid food again?
Mom, Zorro only fought for good. He'd run these kids right out of old California.
Beaver, you understand what Oliver's going through, don't you? Everybody he cares about is involved with something else.
Yeah, I guess he wants to be a part of something. But if I had my way, it wouldn't be those gladiators.
Well, you know as well as I do. If you forbid him from joining, it's going to make them that much more attractive.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But if those kids start pillaging Mayfield, you're going to be the one that has to explain it to the neighbors.
Okay, now give me that orange and yellow thing. We'll put it right here in the lake.
Dad, it's a pterodactyl. It has wings. I think it goes in the sky. No, sea miners coming.
Hey, look, I may be older than you, but I wasn't around during the Mesozoic age. Stick it right here. Okay, now hand me that tree.
You are going to put it in the ground, aren't you?
Give me a break, will you? I bet I'm doing better homework than any of the other fathers. Hey, this is kind of fun.
Good, because I'm going to need more help since Oliver dumped me for those gross friends of his.
Kelly, I know Ollie hurt you. But you guys are more than friends. You're family. And if you turn your back on him, you'll both end up losing. You understand what I mean?
Dad, stop poking around. The project's due on Wednesday.
Today's the big day, Ollie. We're gonna teach you how to chicken fight, kid.
Yeah. So soon? Don't you think I should read up on it first? There's nothing to it.
You just follow the gladiator's motto. Hit the other guy back before he's had a chance to hit you first.
It's easy. Ah, good one, Malcolm.
So what happened at school today?
Well, the bell rang at 8:30. Then I was in homeroom till 9:10. Well, then I traded my lunch to Janet.
I think his father means, did anything interesting happen to you today?
Oh, well, I don't think anything interesting is going to happen to me until I get a car.
Kip, is your brother coming down to dinner, or is he out at the chariot races? Well, greetings, humanoid. I hope you come in peace and enjoy rump roast.
Oliver, I thought you were a gladiator.
Oh, I am. But a guy's got to start thinking of his future.
Oh, well, that's nice, dear. But on our planet, we don't wear space helmets at the dinner table.
But I can't take it off. It's against Federation rules.
Oliver, you heard what your grandmother said. Take off the helmet. Oliver?
What happened to you?
I'll tell you what happened. The gladiators did this, didn't they?
I can't tell. Well, I didn't mean it, because they're my friends.
Dad, I'm going to get the camera. This would make a great Christmas card.
Just hold it, Kip. And where were you when this happened?
Don't blame me. I was nowhere near him at the time.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have been. He's your little brother, and it's your responsibility to help protect him.
I can take care of myself, Dad.
Not by the looks of it. We're going to have a little talk about your extracurricular activities.
Look, there's plenty of time to discuss this later. Come on, I want to put some ice on that eye.
Grandma, I'm hungry.
Kip, I know it's not cool to hang around your little brother, but he does look up to you, and he needs you to be a good influence.
Hard for a guy to be a good influence when his best friend is Freddie Haskell.
There. Swelling's going down already. I think the worst is over.
Yeah, I don't think the worst is going to be over until Dad finishes punishing me.
Maybe your father was right. If I hadn't bought that costume, none of this would have happened.
But it really was an accident. I like being a gladiator. Dad, what are you doing?
I'm throwing this junk out once and for all.
But Dad, if I don't have that stuff, I can't be a gladiator.
Exactly.
It's not fair.
Wow, that's some shiny you got there, Ollie.
That's no big deal. And it got us out of the science quiz. Because the teacher explained on the whole period how you get one.
Great scam. You don't forget, these chicken fight championships.
Yeah, I can't wait. Malcolm, is it okay if I borrow your battle gear when it's my turn?
What happened to yours?
Oh, nothing. My dad sort of threw it out when he saw my black eye.
You didn't squeal on a fellow gladiator, did you?
Nah. I've seen enough movies to know what happens to prisoners who tattle. So I'll just come to the park and watch you guys.
Green on. If you don't got your stuff, you can't be in the club. See you around. Perfect setup. He leaps, he spikes, he scores again. How does he do it? Easy, Conan. You'd still be an alternate if Julie Woods hadn't come down with mononucleosis. Just wait. I'm going out there today and make him forget Julie Woods ever played the game. Wish Oliver would hurry up. I told him he could tag along with us today. Don't worry about him. I told him to make like a drum and beat it. Thanks a lot, Freddie. I promised my dad I'd start looking after him. I promised my dad I'd mail in his tax return. Come on, if we get there before Coach, we can lower the net a few more inches.
Whereas my client, Edward Haskell, steadfastly maintains his innocence, I have convinced him that it would be prudent to settle this matter out of court. I hope that you concur and accept his generous offer to attach a heater to those heating vents he installed in your hospital room. Sincerely, Wallace Beaver, attorney at law. Boy, I still like the way that sounds.
Hi, Uncle Wally. You stay there, Uncle Wally. I'll find someone to rescue you.
Wait a minute, Ollie. Come here. This is an anti-gravity machine. Helps me get rid of my back pains. That's why I'm home from work early. Want to try it?
No, thanks. When I get older and start creaking. Uncle Wally, I have a legal question to ask you. Can kids sue their dads?
Well, it's not unheard of, but you'd have to have a very strong case.
Oh, boy, do I. Dad threw away my gladiator stuff just because I got a black eye. I think that's cruel and unusable punishment.
Yeah, that is pretty rough. But, I'm afraid the only way that you could sue your dad for throwing away your stuff was if you were wearing it at the time.
It's not fair. I have no one to play with. The gladiators kicked me out. Marcus has band practice. Kip's too busy. And Kelly hates my guts.
Well, that's a bum rap, all right. But, I have a hunch that if you apologize to Kelly, she might, change your opinion of your guts.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Kelly. Cousin. Pal. Oh, Oliver, I thought you'd be with your gladiator friends making first graders walk through puddles. No, the gladiators won't play with me because Dad threw away my stuff. So I decided to come over and apologize to you for being mean.
Isn't that nice?
Real nice. He only wants to be my friend when nobody else will play with him. I'm going over to JJ's. They're having their roof fixed, and she's going to give me real tar for my diorama. Now that's a friend.
Well, it looks like we lost the case, Ollie. Sorry.
It's okay. Can't win them all.
What are you doing out here, Oliver?
I'm doing a science project on fungus, and I volunteered on bringing in some mold.
Oh. Well, that was generous.
Want to help?
No, thank you, Oliver. The only molds I'm good with are cakes and jellos. Well, good luck.
Thanks, Grandma.
Their battle gear fall into enemy hands is definitely not gladiator material.
I'm just as good as anyone here. Prove it. I'm not scared of nothing. I once watched my brother get stitches and I didn't even cry. Oliver, don't be stupid. You don't have to prove anything to these zeros.
Watch for your calling a zero, Shorty.
Stay out of this, Kelly. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I don't count. Because I'm not a gladiator.
Do you really want to get back in the club?
I stole the uniform back, didn't I?
Then crash your stupid dinosaur thing.
Oh, well, I would. But the Stegosaurus is mine. And it's a part of the family. Come on, Oliver. Don't you want to be one of the guys? Yeah, well,
then smash it. Right.
You heard him. You want to be a big, bad gladiator, don't you? Yeah, but I can't do that to you. Okay, then I'll smash it for you. No, Kelly, don't do it.
Oh, isn't that cute? They're square dancing.
I'd rather square dance with her than be friends with you, Zeros.
Nobody says that to us and gets away with it. Right.
My cousin just did.
Well, he's not going to get away with it. Order. Order. Cut! Hold it! If you want to get to them, you'll have to go through me first. Okay.
I don't believe this.
What are we going to do with you guys?
Kelly, how am I going to explain this to your mother?
You could tell her it's an art project.
Dad, can I say something?
Why not? Somebody in your position has nothing to lose.
I think a lot of this is your fault.
My fault?
Tell me, Kip, just how hard did that guy hit you?
See, all during volleyball practice today. I kept missing easy spikes and setups, and I finally had to admit the reason why.
Because you're really not a good volleyball player?
See, after I heard about what you said, about how Oliver needs me and stuff, well, I went to find him.
I made you feel real bad, huh?
You sure did.
And, Daddy, it was because of what you said about how family was the most important thing that I didn't give up on Ollie.
No kidding. You felt bad too, huh?
Looks like I'm the only one who's still in trouble. I know stealing my stuffed back was wrong.
It certainly was.
It's just that I wanted to be a gladiator so bad that nothing else mattered. But I sure found out who my real friends are. Ollie, we'll always be friends. Just because we're friends again doesn't mean you can get mushy on us.
Come on in, Eddie.
Good afternoon, sir. It's a rare treat indeed to share the secret of your youthful appearance.
Shouldn't you be your father?
Well, he sends his regards, but he was detained in an unforeseeable toll booth altercation.
Are those the revised hospital blueprints?
Yes, sir. And my father's convinced that these documents will allow him to remain a free man.
I'll try, but I'm only human.
Goodbye, sir.
Yeah, bye, Freddie. Hey, Freddie. Is my check in the envelope?
Well, ordinarily it would be, but the tellers at my father's bank are on strike. And in support of their cause, he's refusing to use the facilities. Do you believe that, sir?
Not in the least.
I told him you would. Good day, sir.
Beaver.
I don't think Oliver's got a lot of confidence in himself right now.
His school paper drive starts tomorrow.
Gee, Spud. I wish I could help you out, but I re-promised them to Melissa Hensler. My word's only as good as the paper it's printed on.
I'll never win now.
Very good, Betty. In fact, everybody has been doing very well today. All right, Peggy, your word is notice. Now take your time.
Notice. N-O-T-I-C-E.
That's correct, of course.
Did you notice that dress in the window?
Yes, thank you, Peggy. It's only a spelling bee. You don't have to use the word in a sentence.
I before E, except after C. 30 days, half September. Be quiet, Ollie. Don't mess with my concentration.
Marcus, your word is special.
Special. Let me see. S-P-E. Then it's either S or C.
Marcus, we're waiting.
S-P-E-C-I-A-L.
Excellent, Marcus. I'm very impressed. Well, got through the whole class today without missing a single word.
You forgot me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Oliver. That's my mistake. Okay, well, your word is weird.
Couldn't you tell me a little more about the word?
Just spell the word, Oliver. Weird.
Weird. I before E, except after C. W-I-E-R-D.
No, Oliver. It's W-E-I-R-D.
But what about the rule?
There are some exceptions.
But I study my words so hard. Couldn't you just give me another word?
I'm sorry, Oliver. You know what the rules are.
Dad, you don't need to go to parent-teacher night. We can tell you everything you need to know about what we do at school.
That's exactly why I need to go.
Dad, you're not going to go talk with Miss Canfield, are you?
Oh, I thought I'd sneak out to the playground and see if I can still make it to the top of the jungle gym.
Oh, honey, of course we're going to talk to your teacher, but you don't have anything to worry about, do you?
No, just as long as you don't go snooping around in my desk.
Where's Oliver?
He's upstairs moping again.
No, he's not still upset about falling off the riser during the class picture, is he?
Heck, Dad, I don't know. But I'll look after him for you.
Thanks. Now you know where to reach us if you have any problems.
Kip, I'll be visiting your class. Anything you want me to ask your teacher?
Yeah. I would appreciate if you could find out if they're going to be obtuse angles on tomorrow's quiz.
See if I can work that casually into the conversation. I think we ought to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to be late. I have to stay after school.
Bye, honey.
I hope Miss Canfield doesn't mention that I use Melissa Henson's retainer for my collage.
I don't have anything to worry about. Freddie Haskell in your class. Everybody else looks good in comparison.
Hey, Marcia, how you been? Remember me, Eddie Haskell?
Good memory. Well, Eddie, people tend to remember when you don't drive them home from the prom.
Isn't this the greatest? All the guys together again at school. Maybe so, Rich. But I still get nervous every time I walk in here.
Beaver, you're suffering from what we psychologists call academic shell shock. Hey, is that a real disease? Or is it just something you made up to peddle your book on television? No, this is real. Some guys who've had it tough in school go through life always afraid that someone's going to yell at them. I've been treating Lumpy for it for years.
It's funny how things change, isn't it? You know, we were in the same science class for a whole semester, but I never paid attention to you.
We even dissected a crayfish together.
Yeah, I never really noticed you until you came back from that spring vacation in Fort Lauderdale. You were all tan, wearing that little white dress with a little heel on your shoulder.
Well, they didn't have any moisturizer then.
I remember. I saw you standing here right next to your locker. You were opening it, and I just stared. I remember thinking, that is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
You know, I bet I even remember the combination to your locker.
Really?
Yeah. Well, there are some things a man never forgets.
Well, I guess once in love, always in love.
Is there ever any doubt?
You just opened Julie Foster's old locker.
You have been to Florida, haven't you?
There's Courtney's self-portrait, Beaver. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, my little girl is so expressive.
There's Oliver's. Cute, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's very nice. It's different.
Wait a minute, Richard. You see something, don't you?
No, there's not much there to see. I mean, very nice. Really.
Richard, we've been friends for a long time. And if there's something I should know, you really ought to tell me.
Well, I don't want to make any snap judgments, but the way kids draw things can usually tell you a lot about them. Well-adjusted kids add a lot more detail.
Like a nose.
Yeah. I mean, look how clear and focused Courtney's is. Now, you know, I could be wrong, but Oliver might be having some problems with his self-image, Beaver.
Well, of course Oliver has a couple problems. What kid doesn't?
Mine? But there's reasons for that. Look, Beaver, Ollie's a great kid, and I don't mean to alarm you, but if you decide there is a problem, let me know. So long, guy.
Hello, Richard.
Hi.
Well, hello, Mr. Bloomgarden.
Theodore, nice to see you again. Have you finished your term paper yet?
Well, I've been busy.
Since 1958?
Are you still conducting the Glee Club?
Oh, yes, except this year we didn't have enough sopranos to do Handel's Messiah, so instead we decided to do A Snoopy Christmas.
Oh, well, you know, they're both very inspirational. Interesting picture, isn't it?
In all honesty, it's not quite what I'd hoped for. You see, I don't think Oliver's got a lot of confidence in himself right now.
Well, anybody can draw a bad picture. Even Picasso had a few clinkers, right?
Well, look, quite honestly, I don't see Oliver applying himself lately in the way in which he's capable. I'm concerned that he's going to fall behind the other kids and begin to see himself as a loser.
Oh, I sure wouldn't want that to happen.
Neither would I. He's such a good boy. So, I think if you'll just give him some small, realistic goals, he'll accomplish them and feel better about himself.
Thanks, Mr. Bloomgarden. That's good advice as usual.
Good.
One other thing. I was just curious. Courtney Rickover is she pretty well adjusted?
Yeah.
I can't do nothing right. When it was my turn to take care of the class goldfish, he drowned.
Oliver, I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You may find this hard to believe, but when I was your age, I felt the same way you do.
Well, why don't you tell me what you did? Then I can do it.
Well, I guess I kind of outgrew it.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay, Grandma. We're just sitting around waiting for me to outgrow my problems.
That's nice. But don't forget to set your alarm early so you'll have plenty of time to bind up those newspapers in the garage.
What for?
Well, don't you remember? Disco paper drive starts tomorrow.
Can't we just save them in case we buy a bird?
Oliver, paper drives are important. Recycling saves trees. It's good for the ecology.
And they announced at school tonight that the class that brings in the most papers gets their own computer.
What's the point? We're not going to win anyway.
Well, not with that attitude, you're not. Oliver, don't give up before you even try.
Is it the kind of computer you can play games on without sticking quarters in?
Sure is.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to bring the papers in. Tomorrow, anyway.
That's my boy.
Hot chocolate, anyone?
With marshmallows?
Of course, Beaver.
Did you supposed to go to parent-teacher night? Sure did. And Mr. Bloomgarden told him that I'm finally living up to my potential. Yeah, I'm not doing so great either.
Well, how about this? I think we may all be enjoying a new computer soon. It seems that our class is now in first place in the paper drive. And the student who's brought in the most papers is Oliver Cleaver.
This Oliver Cleaver?
You bet.
This is nothing. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring in so many papers to the school, there won't be enough room for students.
Thank you very much for the information, Mrs. Phillips. I'm very sorry that Oliver woke you up this morning. You know what? If he comes back for your evening paper, tell him to come home. We miss him. Come in. Oh, I'm sorry. There's somebody at the door. I gotta go now. Oh, hi, Wally. Why don't you climb in for a cup of coffee?
Don't try and bribe me. I just want my newspaper.
Oh. Help yourself.
Beaver, I pay for home delivery to my house, not to yours. What do I have to do? Set a trap for the kid?
Oh, now calm down, Wally.
I can't calm down. Look, I have a routine. I get up in the morning, I jog, I come home, I take my shower, I get dressed, and I read my newspaper. The last 4 mornings, I haven't been able to read anything but the back of a cereal box.
But isn't it nice that he's finally throwing himself into something for a change?
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, look, I don't mind that he takes my newspaper, but couldn't he at least tear out Dick Tracy and slip it under the door?
Tell you what, I'm going to put in a good word for you. You know, in the meantime, thanks for being such an understanding uncle. How about that cup of coffee?
Beaver, I never have my coffee until I read my newspaper. Boy, I'm really in a rut, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, I will have that cup of coffee. And what the heck? Put some cream in it.
Coming right up.
Hi, Freddie. Keep it down, Squirt. I'm right in the middle of a real juicy Dear Abby. Boy, I'm sure glad she's not my mom. Now, what can I do you for?
Oh, nothing. I'm just coming by to collect the papers you promised me.
Gee, Spud. I wish I could help you out, but I re-promised them to Melissa Hensler.
But you gave me your word.
My word's only as good as the paper it's printed on.
You can't help Melissa. Her class is the only one that can catch us for the prize.
You might as well sell your wagons for scrap, because she's giving away free passes to Romance Movie Theater for every bunch of papers you give her.
Now what am I going to do? Give passes to see my dad's office?
Hey, don't look at me like that. This whole thing's your fault.
What did I do?
You trusted me.
Yeah, I guess I did. I'll never win now.
Now I feel bad. It'll pass.
Oliver, you can't quit the paper drive now. You're our only hope of winning that computer. Forget it. The only way we're going to win is if Melissa transfers into our class. But then that wouldn't be worth it, because we'd all get cooties. That Melissa has no shame. She's standing in front of the school trading movie tickets for kids' newspapers. Ollie, I hope you crunch her. Don't get your hopes up. Oliver's backing out. He's going belly up, just like our class's goldfish. That's true. It's okay, Kelly. I probably wouldn't have won anyway. Ollie, you can't back out. You're a Beaver, not a quitter. You can do it, Ollie. Anybody who can eat a whole lunch in 3 minutes can do anything. So what's it gonna be, Ollie? Say, Ollie, since you can't possibly win by tomorrow's deadline, you might as well trade me your papers for a pass to the movies. You better keep those tickets for yourself, Melissa. Because when my class wins tomorrow, you're gonna need a dark place to hide. You don't scare me, Carrot Head. You'll never get enough papers to beat me by tomorrow morning. Even if you stayed up all night. I'll bring in more papers than you. Even if I have to stay up 2 nights. Who won this little contest. You just wait, Melissa. Oliver will be here any minute with tons of papers. Oh, right. And there's a tooth fairy and a man in the moon. and reading goodnight to my baby brother. Oliver's got 2 more minutes. He'll come. Won't he?
Can I have your attention? As we're running short of time, I want you room captains to thank everybody for doing such a wonderful job in making our paper drive such a huge success. From the looks of it, I'd say we have a clear winner.
Thank you, Mr. Bloomgarden. Here, take the wiping with you to celebrate my victory.
But it's not 8 o'clock yet. And Oliver's coming with more papers.
Kip, Oliver did a fine job, but every contest has to have a deadline, and I'm afraid we only have a minute left.
But you can do a lot in a minute. My mother can make a whole bowl of rice in that time. You should be happy, Kelly. I wouldn't be computer for our class. I wouldn't care if you won our class a trip to the state capitol. Because you cheated. You Cleavers are all bad losers.
Oh, yeah? There are no losers in our family.
Just baked you some victory cookies.
No time, Grandma. I gotta get back out there and collect some more papers.
But the paper drive's over.
I know. But I'm gonna get a head start for next year so no one will catch me. Especially that loser, Melissa.
Oliver, you know there are other challenges in life besides the paper drive.
Like what?
Well, like school, sports, scouting.
Yeah, but there's none that I'm gonna be as good at.
But if you put even half the effort that you put toward that paper drive into anything else, I know you'd do very well.
You really think so?
Well, you never know unless you try.
Grandma, those cookies sure smell good.
Well, that's what I just said. You'll never know unless you try. Well, there she is.
That's Julie Foster?
Uh-huh.
What did Dad see in her?
Well, back then, all boys cared about were good looks and fast cars. Unfortunately, that pea-brain had both.
Hey, wait. What's she writing in Dad's yearbook?
Let's see if we can pick Dad out from the swim team picture. Hi, honey.
What are you up to?
I'm trying to see what Julie Foster wrote in her yearbook, but Mom's trying to stop me.
Well, you don't have to look that up. I memorized it.
You memorized it?
Well, sure. How could I forget it? Dearest Wally, it's never been a secret how much I care for you. I flunked English this year just because you sat next to me.
She never was too bright.
I know that I've made a fool of myself, but the one thing I've learned is that I will never be able to compete with the way you feel about Mary Ellen Rogers. Always, Julie.
You see, Mom? You had nothing to worry about.
Oh, I never gave her enough credit. That must have been really hard for her to say. I'd like to read that again.
Now, wait a minute. I think it needs something you see it written down.
He made the whole thing up, didn't he?
You'll never know.
Maybe I could just take one tiny little leap.
Locked into orbit around a deadly space probe, the Alphans must save their moon and Earth from ancient foes on the fabulous Space 1999. Saturday afternoon at 4:30 here on YTV.
buy that go-kart is by earning the money.
So you sell the magazines and keep 50% of what you make.
50%? Wow, that's almost half. You've got a deal.
Are you kids ready yet?
In a minute, Dad.
Beaver, relax. It's only a family meeting.
Oh, great. The last time we had a family meeting was when Uncle Billy escaped.
Welcome to our family meeting. Please take your seats and we will begin.
Oh, good. It's only home movies. Maybe they're going to show our trip to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Some trip. We never even got inside.
Well, how was I supposed to know they'd be closed Christmas Day?
Thank you for coming. We called you together because Kelly, Oliver, and I would like permission to make a purchase. Oliver, light. We know we've asked for a lot of things in the past, but we've never wanted anything more than we want this.
Well, that's lovely, dears. But where are you going to put it?
Oh, boy.
Tell you what, you can have Mount Rushmore.
You're looking at a classic 1978 Rapid Racer. 3.5 horsepower, steel tubular frame, and it gets 100 miles to the gallon, and even more downhill.
Dylan's brother's only selling it because they wouldn't let him keep it at the monastery.
Now, hold it. In the first place, where would you ride a thing like that?
McGregor's vacant lot.
And we promise to push you all the way there.
But you can get hurt driving around in a go-kart. Safety, an important factor. Exhibit A.
Very impressive.
Yeah, in fact, so is your whole presentation. I hate to run up against you guys in court.
Thank you.
So what do you say? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Look, you obviously put a lot of time and effort into this. Now, I don't know about Wally and Mary Ellen, but I don't think you boys are old enough to own your own go-kart.
Kelly, I'm going to have to go along with your Uncle Beaver on this.
Dad!
Yeah, well, maybe when you kids are older.
I hoped we wouldn't have to resort to this. Exhibit B. Dad, I think you'll recognize yourself in your own go-kart.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And Dad, that guy without a helmet or a seatbelt is you.
Yeah, but look, kids, things were a lot different back in those days. Number one, cars didn't have seatbelts. Number two, the only guy who had to wear a helmet was John Glenn. And number three, I think they've got us, Beav.
Well, okay. As long as you promise never to ride it in the street, always wear your seatbelt and helmet, I guess we could let you buy it.
Great! Now that that's settled, just loan us the money and we'll go out and buy it.
Loan?
Exactly what kind of loan are you talking about?
Oh, the kind where you give us $100 and we pay you back when we're all grown up.
Wait a minute, kids. $100 is a lot of money. We can't loan you that much.
Why not? Mr. Haskell says the way Mom dresses, you must have money to burn.
Well, with all due respect to Mr. Haskell's opinion, I think the only way you're going to be able to buy that go-kart is by earning the money.
How?
Well, Wally and I used to work around the neighborhood. We used to paint fences and mow lawns, We even used to wash windows.
And I used to get 50 cents for washing dogs. 75 if I brushed their teeth.
Yeah, sometimes we'd bring home over $3 a week.
Yeah.
And by today's prices, that'd be about $10.
Yeah, but that's really hard work.
Yeah, that'd be like sweating without having any fun.
I'm sure we can think of an easier way.
Yeah, we've got brains we haven't even used yet.
All right, but just remember, kids, there's no free lunch.
Great. Now we've got to start paying for our own food. You see, Ollie? It was right. You can't collect on unemployment unless you used to have a job. Well, how was I supposed to know setting the table wouldn't count? I guess we gotta forget about having real.
Would you care to earn some extra money in your free time? Just about 2 hours a day? You, Matt, would you like to double your income in your free time? Going once, going twice. You blew it. Oh, my, you look pretty today. Would you like to earn some extra money in your free time? Just 2 hours a day can change your life. Okay, so stay the way you are.
Excuse me, sir. Can we have one?
Go play in some swings. Easy money, sir. A few hours, big bucks. You could afford to eat again.
Hey, mister. We want to earn big bucks.
Here, come back when your voice changes, okay? I'm trying to run a business here. Earn some extra money. Hey, we've got to do this again sometime.
What kind of business is it?
It's first-rate publications, but I can't use you guys. You're not old enough.
I bet both of us put together are older than you are.
Oh, so you shrimps really think you can make it in the fast-paced world of door-to-door magazine sales?
No sweat. I sold more Junior Chipmunk cookies than anybody else in my troop. But Grandma bought 37 boxes. Anyways, we know a lot of people in Mayfield, and some of them can even read without moving their lips.
Well, maybe I could use you guys on a trial basis. Let me tell you how it works. You sell the magazines and keep 50% of what you make.
50%? Wow, that's almost half. You got a deal. Here, Grandma, Dad.
In here.
Here, Grandma, guess what Kelly and I just got?
Perfect report card.
What a kid.
No, we got jobs selling magazines door to door. We're gonna be rich.
That was going to be my next guess.
We made $12 just on the way home. I would have sold a lot more if I had to come home to eat the bathroom.
$12. Wow.
How did all this happen?
Well, we were down at the unemployment office, and this neat guy Chuck gave us a job.
First-rate publications. I've heard of them. In fact, at these prices, there's some magazines here I'd like to order.
Gee, thanks, Grandma. You fill out these order forms, and I'll be right back.
This sales stuff sounds great. But if I got out there and helped, we'd hit more neighborhoods and make a fortune. We'll have that go-kart in no time.
do you for?
Good afternoon, Mr. Haskell. I represent First Rate Publications.
Hey, look. Turn off the People's Court and get out of here. You just stand by, kid.
Here's your $10, Eddie. The judge gave the wife custody of the forklift.
Hello, Kelly.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rutherford. Do you gentlemen know what's happening in the Middle East? Do you know what
block.
All these questions and more will be answered if you take advantage of the magazine subscription deal of a lifetime.
Ah, you're selling magazines. What, your old man fall on hard times?
With first-rate publications, the more magazines you buy, the less you pay.
Hey, forget the magazines. Can you get me a deal on a set of white walls?
Good one, Lo. Well, thanks for the offer, Wally Jr. Well, we got reservations at the miniature golf course.
Yeah, and I had to call in a favor to get them.
So you don't want any magazines?
Look, if I want to read a magazine, I'll pretend I got a dentist appointment and spend an hour in a waiting room.
I guess I might as well forget the whole thing. If I can't sell magazines to my own godparents, I might as well quit the business.
You know something, Edward? We're lower than slug slime.
Hey, Squirt, can you get Soldier a fortune? Man, would you be interested in earning extra money? Very few, easy work.
This Chuck. That's Chuck? Yeah. So?
Ollie, the guy's office is a hallway. Doesn't that seem a little strange to you?
Hey, our office is in the treehouse. We made over $200. Hi, Chuck.
Hey, this is my man. And who's this, your dad?
No. He's my brother, Kip. He's also my partner.
So how'd you guys do?
Here, $220.
Whoa. All of this in 1 week? You know, I gotta tell you guys, I have my doubts, but, Chuck likes you. And like I promised, here's your share.
Thanks.
Wow, now we got enough for the go-kart, and maybe even enough for a sheepskin seat cover.
Listen, here are a few more order forms.
Thanks.
No thanks. We're retiring. Kip, Ollie, we got enough. Let's just go pick up the go-kart.
Boy, I can't wait till I'm the older brother and I can tell you what to do. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, thanks, kid. Thanks to your earnings method. Just keep 50% of what you earn. Still smoking, huh?
Not as much as yesterday. You can't really tell just driving her around the driveway. Let me take her out on the street and open her up.
That won't be necessary, Oliver. In the last 2 months, you guys have been opening her up plenty. That's why she's still smoking.
I can't figure out what could be wrong with her. You know, it was fine when I drove it yesterday. Because we're at school and I had a little extra time.
Come on, Beaver. You'll always be a kid.
Did it smoke when you drove it, Dad?
Yeah, well, that was different. I was doing a safety check.
JJ, let's go.
Hey, Lump.
Hey, hi, Wally. Hi, Theodore. Where's JJ?
Well, she got tired of waiting for you, so she took go back home.
My daughter using public transportation? Her mother will never forgive me. I better go intercept her at the bus stop. Oh, yeah. Where are all those magazines I ordered? It's been 2 months. I could have been earning interest on that money.
You haven't got him yet? We're taking that right away, sir.
If it'll make you feel any better, Lump, we haven't gotten ours either.
Oh, you know how slow the post office is. Kip just got the ant farm he ordered in the 3rd grade. Little varmints didn't stand a chance.
I just hope this isn't a ripoff.
Take it easy, Lump. We won't let our kids get involved in something crooked. I called the Better Business Bureau, and there were no complaints. Your name did come up, though.
Party hard.
Come on, everybody. Lunch is ready.
Coming, Mom.
Mrs. Dobson hasn't gotten her magazines either. Yeah, Mr. Angle, too. You better go tell Kip. I have a feeling we're in more trouble than Freddie Haskell when he blew his dad's coin collection on video games.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Cleaver.
Hello, Freddie. Kip, your company's here.
Why not say how refreshing it is to find someone in today's hectic world who always dresses with unexpected company in mind. Does your father coach you? Oh, and I won't be staying for dinner today, Mrs. Cleaver.
What a shame. And I already laid out the good china. You kids behave yourselves.
Raoul. I got major problems, Freddy. What happened? They stopped making pimple cream? This is serious. I need your advice. Why have I been blessed? Because I've never seen anybody get out of more trouble than you. That magazine guy ripped us off. We got 30 customers and nobody's gotten a single magazine. What would you do? I'd just go back to the guy and demand my money back. People do it to my old man all the time. I went back. Nobody's seen him. But I heard the cops are on his trail. Then somebody will find him sooner or later. That's it? That's the best you can do. I'm gonna have to tell my dad what happened. Are you crazy? He'll make you sell your go-kart. And then no one will want to hang around with you. There's no way we're selling that go-kart. We didn't do anything wrong. Look, the way I figure it, this is your only shot. People throw out their old magazines all the time. Doctor's offices, barber shops. All you've got to do is put them in your customers' mailboxes. It's a perfect stall till they nab the creep. Yeah, but what if they notice the wrong date? Grown-ups don't read magazines. They just put them on their coffee table to show how smart they are. That's something, Freddy. When you're not so busy being a creep, you really come through for a guy. Hey, mind if I stay for lunch? Come on.
Too hard. No problem. Or hit to my backhand. I'll try. And don't rush the net.
Hey, look, I tell you what, why don't you just stay home and I'll hit against the backboard.
Hi, guys. Well, Beaver, the magazines your kids told me finally arrived. See, I told you they would.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me the crossword puzzle would already be filled in. Mailmen, they have no respect for a person's privacy.
Oh, is this the mailman's fault? My cooking magazine is dated October 1967. Look at this. Eisenhower's recipe for meatloaf.
Forget the meatloaf. I had to go to my dentist's office to read Modern Sportsman so I wouldn't miss that article on overhand bowling.
All right, calm down. Let me and Beav talk to the kids. We'll get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Yeah, well, you better, Maurice. I'm not going to take this. Remember, I'm a veteran. Eddie, I don't think 6 months as a volunteer fireman qualifies. You just come up with the cash. Don't forget, I've still got your battery charger.
He's not kidding. He's plenty steam.
Well, Beav, it looks like it's our turn to call a family meeting.
Let me get this straight. This guy, Chuck, worked out of a hallway at the unemployment office.
Well, gee, Dad, it was a real important-looking hallway, though.
I've seen this kind of scam before. This guy probably stole the magazine forms and never had anything to do with first-rate publications.
How could I have trusted this guy? I've read enough Hardy Boys books to know when somebody's knotting me up and up.
It's okay, kids. It was Kelly's and my fault, too.
We were all a little too trusting.
You kids were doing such a great job. We didn't see any reason to interfere.
Boy, I hope they catch that Chuck and stick him in a dark cell and don't give him any magazines to read.
What Chuck did was one thing, but you made it worse by covering it up. Why didn't you tell us?
Because then you'd find out.
We're your parents. We're always going to find out sooner or later.
And all you guys did was manage to protect this guy who ripped you off. Not to mention taking advantage of all your friends and neighbors who bought magazines from you.
Uncle Wally, you don't have to yell at us anymore. We feel bad enough already.
Yeah, and if you want, we'll feel even better.
Kids, when you try to cover up one mistake with another mistake, the problem only gets bigger.
You said it. I guess we're gonna have to sell the go-kart, huh?
Well, there's one other way to pay back all those people.
You know, this hard work isn't so bad after all. Yeah, we worked up a whole $13 this week. If you don't include that window we broke.
This may sound crazy. I think maybe we should listen to our parents more often.
Yeah, let's not tell them, or it'll go to their heads.
And then they'd be impossible to live with.
I don't see what all the fuss is about.
He sings, writes, dances, and engineers his own records. He does it all. Meet dance music master Stevie B on the video show that takes you to where it's happening. YTV's Rock and Talk, tomorrow night at 6:30.
Leave it to Beaver.
Quick, get up. Wait till you hear this. I got the best news in the world. 2 tickets to the grand opening of Miracle Mountain. Miracle Mountain?
You got tickets? Or you were going to surprise me?
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
Dear Pen Pal Danny, boy, was I glad when I found out you were a guy. Now I can tell you all kinds of stuff that I wouldn't tell a girl. Thanks for the neat letter and the giant centipede. S-E-N-C-A. Bug with a lot of legs. It croaked by the time it got here, but my grandma screamed anyways. I'm in the 3rd grade, I'm almost 4 feet, 4 inches, and even if I haven't catched my first wildebeest yet, I have wiped out 4,000 aliens and space invaders. You asked about my family, so here goes. I live in a pretty nice hut, and you don't have to leave the house to go to the... Well, you know what I mean. I live with my dad, brother, and grandma in a small village called Mayfield. I guess our family isn't much different than yours, except, well, in our tribe, Grandma's the chief. My mom doesn't live with us anymore, so Grandma pensioned. She's real good at noticing things that aren't quite right. Well, like when my fingernails are dirty, or when I tried to paint pinstripes on my dad's car. But nobody has a better costume than I do on Halloween. My dad's different than my friend's dad. And even though we don't have boars so much anymore, we watch cartoons together. And he's never too busy to do something.
Keep going. Just a little further, Ollie. Come on.
adults have as much fun as when you and your dad tie those vines to your feet and dive off that tower. The rest of the family lives in the next house. First, there's my Uncle Wally. He's my dad's big brother. I'm stronger than he is. Dad and Uncle Wally are just like Batman and Robin. They're always together. You know, like those two guys you have in your country, Congo Man and Umblock.
Connect black wire to negative side of battery. Great.
My cousin Kelly is my friend, even though she's a girl. But enough about her. Then there's my brother, Kip. What a creep. Of all the brothers to get stuck with, I got him. Boy, you're lucky. With 17 brothers, if one's a chowderhead, you can always move on to the next one. What's weird is, my brother wasn't always so bad. You know, even a few weeks ago, I used to think I liked him. Oh, quick, get up! Come on, get up! No! Don't let the whistle get me! No! Oh. I was dreaming I was back at our Aunt Martha's 90th birthday party.
Quick, get up. Wait till you hear this. I got the best news in the world.
Freddie Haskell's moving?
Better.
They lowered the driving age to 9.
Come on, get up.
I can't. I'm not wearing any bottoms.
It's okay. We're brothers.
Oh.
Hey, what's that behind your ears?
Probably just dirt.
No. 2 tickets to the grand opening of Miracle Mountain.
Miracle Mountain? You mean that place with the parachute drop and the runaway bobsled? Wow. Just watching the commercial makes me want to throw up.
That's the place.
Yeah, hurrah! So far, so good, huh? Now, you've probably never seen I Was a Teenage Martian. It's my favorite movie. It's about a regular kid who turns into an ugly, slimy monster. And that's what happened to Kip. And it happened so fast, there was nothing I could do to save him.
What are you doing? Putting gel in my hair.
How come?
Sort of look good.
When's it going to start working? I thought it was bad, but I didn't think it'd come to this.
It's all divided by Y.
In this country, we have a strange disease that most guys fear worse than eating creamed corn. It's called girl.
Something?
Freddie Haskell's starting a big football game, and he says if you play, he'll let me watch for free.
Can't. We're doing homework.
On a Friday? But you told me no one does homework on a Friday. If you want to play football, Kip, I'll understand. We have the rest of our lives to study together.
No, this is more important. It's like you said. If I don't get good grades, I won't get into college. And if I don't get into college, I probably won't be able to be a doctor.
You okay, Kip?
Look, are you hungry?
I guess.
Great. Then why don't you go in the kitchen and get yourself something to eat?
Good timing, Oliver. I'm making a chocolate cake. You can lick the frosting bowl.
No, thanks.
No thanks. You feel all right?
I'm okay, but I think something's wrong with Kip.
Why do you say that?
Because he's out there with some goofy girl.
What makes her so goofy?
Lots of things. She's always playing with her hair. She's got funny-looking socks on.
and she's warping my brother's mind.
I don't think there's going to be any permanent damage. And I'm sure when you get to be his age, you'll understand the way Kip feels.
You mean it's not just a phase he's going through?
Oh, it's a phase, but it's one that'll probably last forever.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Beaver.
Hi, big guy.
Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad.
Oliver, don't you want to lick the frosting?
You work hard all day, Dad. You used to get to lick it.
What's with him? Try to fool him with a mix?
Kip's new study partner happens to be a goofy girl, and this is not a mix.
Well, I can't say I didn't see this one coming. This is going to be awfully rough on Oliver.
Oh, in a couple of weeks, he'll have forgotten all about it.
I don't know. I still remember the first girl that Wally threw me over for. 4'6", ankle bracelet, face like a flounder.
Penny Jameson.
You know, I saw her last summer in the supermarket parking lot. I was still tempted to let the air out of her tires.
They don't know what they're missing. I thought you scholars might like a piece of cake.
Oh, no, thank you, Mrs. Cleaver. I'm watching my complexion.
I guess that means I am, too.
Well, guess I should have made a zucchini cake.
Now, where were we? Did you hear that Frankie and Donna broke up?
What a waste. They were going steady 2 whole weeks.
Yeah. But since they have tickets, they're still going to Miracle Mountain together.
Well, I don't blame them. Those tickets were real hard to get. I waited in line 3 hours.
You got tickets? How come you didn't tell me?
Well, you see...
Oh, you were going to surprise me.
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, pen pal, see what I mean? The enemy has taken control of my brother's mind. What little there was of it.
Hi, Uncle Wally. You busy?
No, I'm stupid. Next time I'll pay the $20 to have the burglar alarm installed. What can I do for you?
Well, I kind of got a problem. And I need some advice.
Sure this isn't something you should talk over with your father?
Well, he's good at most stuff, but from what I've read in your high school yearbook, well, I thought you'd be better help when it came to girls.
You may have a point there.
Well, I kind of made a mistake. I promised to take 2 people to the same place.
2 dates for the same night. The classic adolescent dilemma. Hey. I wonder what this was.
What am I going to do?
Well, the only decent thing to do is take the person that you asked first.
Yeah, but the other one's so much better looking.
Well, it sounds to me like you've already made up your mind. You don't want advice, you want approval. Can't give you that. But whoever you decide to leave behind, just be honest with them. It may be a little bit rougher on you, but you owe them that much.
Hey, Ollie. Buddy. Pal. Friend. I got a favor to ask.
Is this the kind of favor where I get blamed for something you did?
No, it's nothing like that. It's about those tickets to Miracle Mountain.
Boy, I can't wait. That's going to be the greatest night of my whole life.
Well, you know they're sold out, right?
Yeah.
And I only have 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
Charlene's really got her heart set on going.
Yeah.
We have to work something out.
You mean I gotta go with Charlene? I barely know her.
No, I'm going with Charlene. So I need that ticket back.
You'd rather go with her than me?
Well, you see, Charlene only has a week to live. Actually, to be honest, I would rather go with her than you. So I need that ticket back.
Are you sure?
Thanks, Ollie. I'll remember this.
Yeah, I'll remember it too. Boy, Donnie, can you imagine a brother playing a dirty trick like that on you? I was really ticked off. I never wanted to see Kip again. My cousin Kelly did everything humanly possible to try and cheer me up. I wish she was better at it. Hey, Ollie. What you doing? Seeing how much string is inside this softball? What good's that gonna do? It's Kit's softball. Finally, the big night arrived. She might have had her claws sunk in it. But I wasn't about to give up without a fight.
Hi, Charlene.
Oh, how sweet, Kip. You didn't have to spend money buying me flowers. Don't worry, he didn't. My grandma picked him out of the garden this afternoon. What does it matter? It's the thought that counts. I've been so excited about this, I can hardly believe we're going.
Me too. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes. My dad lost his car keys.
The last time we lost them, we almost missed Kip's ballet recital.
Will you get lost?
Oh, your little brother. They're so cute at this age.
You must not have one.
This is going to be such a great night. I never let this out of my sight.
Yeah, I've been carrying mine around inside my shoe. That way I not only know where it is all the time, but I can feel it. Even though it smells kind of weird.
Are you sure you know where your ticket is?
Sure, I'm sure.
Dad thought he knew where his keys were, too.
Ollie, you did something with my ticket. I'll tell Dad who took a bath with a stopwatch. It's right here. You didn't touch it.
I never said I did.
You leave us alone now.
It's my house, too.
Oliver, your history.
Dad!
Hey, leave your brother alone. I'm finished getting dressed.
Did you find your car keys?
I sure did. They were in the freezer. How they got there, I'll never know.
I wonder.
Anyway, let's shove off.
Kip, wait a minute, honey. I want to get a picture of you and Charlene before you leave.
Grandma, do we have to?
Oh, don't be silly. It's only going to take a second. Come on now. We'll get closer together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
If I couldn't stop Kip from going, at least he'd always remember I tried. Well, Rodani, that was 3 hours ago, and Kip still isn't back. I hope Yuani, Koza, Yorubi, and... heck. All your 13 other brothers are nicer to you than Kip is to me. Your pen pal, Oliver Cleaver. Oh, P.S. Please send instructions for that tiger pit.
Yeah, how's it going? Come on now, time to hit the sack. Let's go. There we go. Good night, son.
Good night, Dad. Dad, how come you didn't make Kip give me back my ticket to Miracle Mountain?
Oliver, what Kip did was wrong. But if I made him give that ticket back, he'd have been doing the right thing for the wrong reason.
But I still would have gotten to go.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have had any fun because he wouldn't have had any fun.
But how could he have been so mean to me?
Oliver, it's kind of like you have two brothers. One good and one bad. One does all the things you want him to. And one would rather play with the other guys.
Or girls.
Exactly. But what you have to remember is there's a little good and a little bad in all of us. Give Kip a chance. I'm sure Charlene's not going to get in the way of what you and Kip have as brothers. Get some sleep, son.
How can I sleep if I gotta share my room with a girl like her?
It was great. Good night, Dad. Good night, Grandma.
You awake? No.
Mind if I turn on the light?
Yeah, Mom.
You don't want me to undress in the dark, do you?
Yeah, you might hurt yourself.
Want to hear what happened tonight?
I don't want to hear what kind of a great time you had with Little Miss Muffet.
That's just it. I didn't have such a great time.
Yeah?
You get there, see? There's all kinds of awesome stuff going on. First thing she does is go to the bathroom and comb her hair for 10 minutes.
Why would someone comb their hair and go on rides that would just get it messed up again?
She didn't want to go on any rides that messed up her hair.
What?
She wouldn't go on the ones that don't mess up your hair because she's afraid they'd make her throw up.
That's what they're supposed to do.
She wouldn't go on the bumper cars, afraid she'd break a nail. She wouldn't get near the shooting gallery.
Afraid it hurt her ears?
Can you believe it?
Oh, man, what a dud.
But we did go in the tunnel of love. She kissed me.
I'm sorry.
You know something, Ollie? I blew it. I should have taken you. You can go to the neatest place in the world, but if you don't take the right person with you, you might as well not go.
I was the right person, huh, Kip?
You sure were. But I was thinking of you, though.
Wow, a dinosaur! You bought this for me?
No, I won it for you at the Knock Down the Bottles booth. 3 tosses for 25 cents.
This only cost you 25 cents?
Well, actually, after $7 worth of trying, the guy felt sorry and gave it to me.
Kip, you're the bestest brother ever.
You're not a bad little brother yourself. I'm gonna get ready for bed.
Oh, Kip, what's up with us? What was that? Dear Pen Pal O'Donnell, you asked me about my family, so here goes. Let me tell you about Kip. He's more than just my brother. He's the smartest, bestest looking, coolest brother a guy could have. And I wouldn't even trade him for 16 other brothers. We like the same junk. We do everything together. Next week, he's even taking me to Miracle Mountain. Unless he falls for another girl.
Tune in for the musical wizardry of Quincy Jones and listen up. He's got something extraordinary to say about his world. Cut tracks to the hottest sounds around with YTV's Rock and Talk tomorrow night at 6:30.
Is the one to gain each other's respect. And sometimes along the way, the strangest detours take us exactly where we want to go.
Mom, you didn't have to go to all this trouble. Kelly and I have been eating fine.
Oh, sure. I know the way you and Kelly eat when Mary Ellen visits your folks. Only reason you go near the oven is to find out what time it is.
Well, thanks for looking out for us anyway.
If you really want to thank me, you'll cancel that arrangement you made with Eddie Haskell.
Hey, what's the big deal? He gets a chance to start working off all that money he owes me from the trial, and you get central air conditioning for practically nothing.
I don't know, Wally. Having Eddie Haskell in my house for 3 weeks, night and day? It's like I'm being punished for his crimes. Well, sleep well.
I don't think so.
How about raising my allowance a quarter a week?
Nice try, hon.
Well, it worked for JJ.
You mean she really got a raise in her allowance that way?
No, she got a pony.
Yeah, come on in.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Kip. Care to join us?
No, thanks. The reason I'm here is, well, a power line fell on Dickie Sokolsky's dad's car, and he's okay. Except he can't remember anything about baseball. Or Dickie's name. So we sort of need a new coach. How about it, Uncle Wally?
Look, as much as I'd like to...
We're already in the playoffs. And if we win our next game, we'll probably be playing Freddie Haskell's team, the championship.
Well, I'm flattered that you asked me, Kip, but, I've given up coaching for good, I'm afraid.
What?
It was my soccer team that put him over the edge. We didn't win a single game. Even the fish market took their name off our jerseys.
I'm just burnt out. My work suffered, I neglected my family.
But most of all, he hates to lose.
So I think you're just going to have to keep looking. Hey, can't your dad do it?
My dad? The Beaver?
Well, sure. He knows the game inside out.
I know he played when he was a kid. But you went to spring training with the White Sox.
But he's your father. Kip, a game only lasts a couple of hours. But your relationship with your father, that's something that lasts a lifetime.
I just got off the phone with Forrest and Wood. He got the power mower down at the baseball field, and he told me that he were playing next week. You're back in the picture. So I figured he'd throw a lefty at him.
Good deal. You know what's pitcher.
Maybe we could trade that real fat first baseman for like...
Can't trade it, Ali.
Well, I'll have to think of something else.
Dad, can you come outside now?
I'll be in a minute. I'm talking to your brother right now.
In the shower?
I'll be out in a few minutes.
But Dad!
In a minute, son.
Dad, I'm very glad you're going to be helping the team.
Oh, thanks, Kip.
You know, this may sound dumb, but when you get to be my age, well, there's not much father-son stuff a guy can do without your friends thinking you're going soft on them.
I know. That's why I'm glad you asked me. Okay, Ollie. We can play now.
We're confident, Dad. You see, I was getting my lunchbox out of your car because I looked past a Twinkie in it, and the next thing I knew, it kind of rolled into the street.
Well, I hope you didn't eat it.
No, Dad. Not the Twinkie. Your car.
What for? Trigger ring.
Good eye, good eye. Hey, what is this, a library? Let's start rousing the pitcher. Soap his mother, call him names. Tell him we got his cat in a pillowcase. Come on, get up here, come on. On your toes, Freddie. Freddie, all right there.
more than more?
If you'd been paying any attention to your coaches, you'd still be on third.
Oh, might I remind you that your scouting report compared the center fielder's arm to a rusty slinky.
I'm not here for my health. When I tell you to jump, you don't come down until I clear you to land.
Hey, come on. I'm your son. Remember?
Oh, that's right. What gets into me? Son, you're benched.
What?
Benched, as in collecting splinters the rest of the season.
Surely you wouldn't deny yourself the pride of watching your own offspring engage in championship play.
Don't count on it.
Big hand off.
Green, come on, come on. God, come on, Coach. Now do you think it's time to go back to a four-man?
35-yard.
I don't know. Maybe I should start a garden.
And we'll put the trophy over the fireplace. Unless you think we should build a display case for it.
Now, don't get too excited, Kip. We've still got one more game to win on Saturday.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Wally.
Well, I guess I don't have to ask how things went today. What was the score?
Well, it was pretty close.
Yeah, if one more of their players had shown up, they wouldn't have had to forfeit.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm making a little party to ease the sting of defeat. I wouldn't expect any less of you fine souls.
Well, thank you, Eddie, except Kip's team won.
Wait a second. Do you mean my squad is playing the Cleavers for the crown? Quick, oxygen!
What's the matter, Eddie? You afraid?
Of what? I've seen better teams pulling sleds.
Things are different since my dad started managing us.
Oh, that's always been my dream. To match wits with a guy who got stuck in a giant soup bowl. They might as well start engraving a trophy right now.
Don't worry about him. All talk, no action.
I gotta worry. Last month he beat us 26-3.
Maybe it'll rain on Saturday.
Well, it's a good thing your father isn't here to see this.
What are you talking about, Mom?
After all the times that Eddie Haskell has manipulated you, misled you, taken advantage of your good natures, do you honestly think you can't win that game just because he says so?
Mom, there's no point in starting with Eddie.
Nah, you just can't win with a guy.
Same with Freddie.
I don't want to hear this. Look at you, Wally. You're dying to be in that dugout with your brother. You're so afraid of losing, you won't take a chance of going in there and trying to win. Beaver, wouldn't you once just like to button that Eddie Haskell's lip?
More than anything.
Well, then start acting like Ward Cleaver's boys and get out there and kick their fannies.
You know something, Eddie? For 30 years, you've been like a thorn in my paw. But come Saturday, I'm going to rip you out with my teeth.
Not much in the metaphor department, are you, Beaver? Metaphor department, I'm on a roll. That's it, Eddie. All you've done your whole life is make people miserable. Well, come Saturday, you're going to be down on your bony knees begging for mercy. I'm with you, Beaver. The Haskells have tackled the Cleavers for the last time. Next time. Yep, floor works good now. Few squirts.
Well, Mr. Haskell, what a coincidence finding you here. Freddie was just saying how he wished his father were around so he could share his good news with him. Right? Yeah, what he said. Well, I'll just leave you two to have a pleasant father and son talk.
Okay.
Olive?
Oh, no thanks. I had a big lunch. Sir, I thought you'd appreciate my bringing this to your immediate attention.
Hey, you got a 92 on the science test. That's out of 100, right?
But of course, sir.
Yeah, very good. Make a copy of this, mail it to your grandmother. Maybe she'll send you a couple of bucks.
Good suggestion, sir. I do hope this stunning academic achievement has inspired you to reconsider my playing in Saturday's game.
Play? You're lucky I let you keep your uniform.
But, sir, what about my test?
What? You want me to name a sandwich after you? Son, I'm doing this for your own good. The real world's a rough place out there. I'm just making sure you're ready to face it.
You're too kind, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mayfield Youth Baseball League Division A Championship. Today's contest is the undefeated Mayfield Tigers, coached by Eddie Haskell, against the Cubs, coached by Theodore the Beaver Cleaver.
Here we are. You know, I bet there isn't one of you guys who hasn't dreamed of coming up to bat in the bottom of the ninth in the 7th game of the World Series and knocking one out of the park. Today we got the real thing. A chance to find out if you've got what it takes to be the best. $20 right here. All you got to do to collect it is to keep them from scoring a run. Now, I don't care whether you do it by making a great catch, throwing someone out at the plate, or by tripping someone around in third base. Now, if you think you can hit it, then you'll hit it. If you believe you can make a catch, then you'll do it. If you believe in yourselves, you're going to be a winner, not just for today, but for the rest of your lives. Okay, you guys want to hear a big pep talk? You go rent Rocky Street. All I got to say is you deserve to be here today, and I've really enjoyed coaching most of you this season. Well, come on, guys, let's get out there and win. Okay, starting lineup. Freddie Haskell.
Yes, sir?
Go get my chapstick out of the truck. Okay, pitcher, Nelson. First base, Scheinberg. Second, plays the best.
You know, Wally, I should carry around a pencil so I can jot down all the witty things you say.
No wonder his mother joined the Merchant Marines. Come on, let's go.
Come on, guys, let's go.
First up for the Cubs, shortstop, Kip Cleaver. Wait for it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. You okay?
I'm okay, Dad.
Hey, Eddie, that was intentional.
Yeah, and so is this.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Kip. Let's get him now.
to overtake the Cubs' 1-0 lead. That's the play. Only a 5-1 down.
Hey, Roberts, where do you think you're going? You're up to bat, you lunkhead.
Look, Coach, I'm really late. I got split.
So what's more important than this game, pray tell?
My great aunt's funeral.
So another 5 minutes won't make any difference to her. That's the trouble with you, Robert. No sense of priority.
Going to send Chief Beaver. We are awaiting word on who the hell will be.
Hey, McGregor.
Yes, Coach?
How's the arm?
Sir, to what lengths will you go to prove a point?
Why don't you call your brother in military school and find out? All right, go ahead. At least we'll have somebody to blame when we lose.
Skating for Dylan Roberts, number 9, Frederick Castro.
Hey, putting Freddie up. Let's walk him. Come on, he's a hackle.
Can't give him anything.
Let him work for it.
Hit the ball, it's not going to hit your back. One more, come on. Come on, Pitcher. One more try. You got it. Come on. Final score, Cubs 1. Thank you all for coming.
Sure.
That's not true, honey.
They came together and they played hard together.
And then they blew it.
Yeah, you won.
What, you expected to lose? Look, tell the guys we're going for ice cream and see if some of the romance can pop up some dinero for a change.
Yes, sir.
Freddie? Freddie, wait. I'm very proud of you, son.
You've never said that to me before, sir.
Well, there's been a couple of times I've wanted to. Look, I don't express myself well with words. It'd make you real uncomfortable if I...
Hugged me?
Or something like that.
Should have walked him.
Could have had that ball. Just a little better jump.
You played a terrific game, kid. You've got nothing to be ashamed of.
Dad, nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a polite way of saying you lost.
Kip, I know how much this must hurt right now. But every day the hurt's going to be a little less, and pretty soon you're not going to believe you ever could have felt this way.
It's really true, Uncle Wally.
No.
Hey, that was some game, huh, guys?
Go ahead, Eddie. Start gloating. I'm ready.
Hey, what are you talking about? Your team was in control all the way. And we just got lucky. Sometimes that happens with a better team.
Could have gone either way, guys.
Yeah, you guys did a great job with that club. You deserve the trophy, not us.
No, you guys went fair and square. That was a great hit, Freddie. Not like the ball you put out of the park. Hey, did I see your dad hug you? No, I was just choking on a piece of hot dog.
Hey, why don't you guys invite your team to join us for some ice cream? My treat.
Well, that's a nice gesture, Eddie, but I insist on picking up the tab.
Okay, if you insist, then thanks, Coach. See you there.
What a rotten trick. Turning into a good sport. Now I can't even get the satisfaction of hating him.
Yeah, just can't win with the guy.
Oh, well. Maybe next year.
Gather your family for the welcome return of a grand tradition as the Disney Channel proudly presents the award-winning series Wonderful World of Disney.
Leave it to Beaver.
No, Kelly. We're not sure your parents are getting divorced at all. A divorce? You think my parents are getting a divorce?
You know, Kelly, you may not believe this now, but sometimes the biggest changes are the best for everybody.
Thanks for the granola bar, Ollie. You want another one? I don't like them anymore since I found out they're good for you.
Look at this rain in my hair. I can't walk into school looking like this.
Why don't you put on your poncho and keep it dry?
Hey, I'm in the 8th grade now. If I walked in with this thing on, you guys would be giving me the business for months.
Have any granola bars left, Ollie? Your mom's still not cooking, huh? No. And I hope she starts again soon. I can't take Dad's little black baking bits much longer. She sure has been acting strange.
Probably the weather. I haven't felt much like cooking either.
It's not just cooking. She doesn't eat with us, she goes to bed early, and she's cranky like the mothers on the headache commercials.
Your mom goes to bed early, huh?
Way before Dad. Before, they used to sit on the couch after dinner, and he'd nibble her ears and play with her toes. But they don't do that gross stuff now. Yeah, our parents used to do that kind of stuff too until what? Did I ever show you my appendix scar? Until what, Oliver?
He wants to stay at anything. It's just a kid.
Yeah, just a dumb kid. Something's going on here.
No, nothing. Right, Ollie?
Right, Ollie. I mean, Kit. I mean, that's right. See how dumb I am. Wrong, isn't it?
We're not sure. Are we, Ollie?
No, Kelly. We're not sure your parents are getting divorced at all.
Way to go, Ollie.
A divorce? You think my parents are getting a divorce?
Kelly, we're not trying to get you all worked up. It's just that our mom used to do jokes like that before they split up.
I don't believe you guys. My parents are not getting divorced. That's exactly what we said.
Even after that night when she threw baked potatoes at us.
Would you guys cut it out? There's nothing wrong with my family. You're right, Cal. There's nothing wrong with your family. But if there was, how would I know for sure?
Well, our parents told us at a fancy restaurant.
I guess they figured we wouldn't scream or nothing. There's Lumpy. Let's go. Geronimo!
Hey, come on, Cal. What's the matter?
Mom and Dad said that we were going someplace fancy for dinner tonight.
Honey, Kelly knows something's up. She's been acting strange all day.
Well, it won't matter, because when she comes out of the restroom, I am going to get this thing out in the open once and for all.
You? I wanted to tell her weeks ago. You were the one who wanted to wait.
Well, how do you tell your child there's going to be a radical change in her family?
It's simple. You just come right out and say, hi, Kelly.
Kelly, where'd you get that towel?
Oh, some lady in the bathroom was handing them out.
That's nice.
Yeah, I always liked this place.
That you proposed to me here.
It seems so long ago.
Oh, excuse me, are you our waiter?
Yes.
They're, very busy here.
Well, what looks good to you, honey?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should have the family special.
Why bother?
Oh, excuse me. We're ready to order now.
Good.
Look at her all dressed up. She's such a big girl.
Yep, she's our big girl, all right.
Our big girl.
In fact, you're such a big girl that we can talk to you about anything now.
Because you're such a big girl.
You know, Kelly, the funny thing about life is that you never know what changes are just around the corner. You may not believe this now, but sometimes the biggest changes are the best for everybody.
Does that make any sense to you, honey?
I'll be right there.
No! You're getting a divorce. That's what you dragged me here to tell me. Please stay together, please.
A divorce?
No.
Kelly, Kelly, honey, we brought you here to tell you that we're going to have a baby.
A baby? And a divorce? How many lives can you ruin?
Really, I don't know where you got that idea. Your father and I aren't going to get a divorce.
Oh.
We love each other.
You mean you're really going to have a baby?
Yes. It's pretty exciting, huh?
It sure beats getting a divorce.
Eddie, doesn't Carol have two beautiful daughters?
Thanks, Mrs. Cleaver.
Yeah, it's hard to believe I started out so young and innocent.
It certainly is, Eddie.
Surprise!
What's going on here?
Well, Kelly had her surprise. Now it's your turn.
Oh, honey, thank you.
Oh.
Peggy, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, Nina. Look at her, she's playing.
Well, what's she supposed to do, make coffee?
This is a Beaver. He wanted to be here tonight, but he had to stay late. He had to work on the Xerox machine. It's his training session.
And this is from me and Gertie.
Oh, Eddie, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, that's what I told her, but she got him anyway. But you old dog, you're a lucky guy.
Oh, I sure am.
But
Especially because I'm not the one who's going to be blowing up like a beach ball. Yeah, it's sure going to be neat having a little baby in the house again.
Hey, how you doing, little princess?
Wait, sleep right
Do grown-ups always act like this around babies?
Yeah. Sleepy, isn't it? You'd think in 6 weeks a kid do more than sleep, cry, and slobber. A baby squirrel would be walking on telephone wires by now.
Don't you like having the baby around?
I thought I would, but now that she's here, they don't even know I exist.
Come on. You're probably just imagining stuff that isn't there. Like when Kip and Ollie thought my parents were getting a divorce.
You might have been better off. Did you hear them? I've got all my teeth. I've had 2 years of ballet, and all they do is take pictures of Baldy.
Hey, I still think you're cute.
Thanks. I needed that. Things are a lot different now. Mom and I used to do things together, and I'm nothing but a built-in diaper changer. And by the way, make sure to use the disposable kind.
Kelly, come in here, honey.
Come on, sweetheart. Sit down here. Here, I want you to see how much fun you're going to have.
I'm not sure about this, Dad.
Oh, now, come on. Don't be nervous. She won't break.
Isn't that adorable? She's going to make the most wonderful big sister, our big girl.
That's right, kid. When the Cleaver egg hatches, you're going to be punching in full time. They're going to have you changing and feeding and babysitting. Yeah, if you're lucky, they'll give you a few hours off at Christmas.
Mrs. Morgan, will you take her, please?
Sure, Kelly.
Thank you.
Kelly, sweetheart, where are you going?
I'm a big girl. I can go wherever I want.
Kelly, what are you doing?
She's packing.
I know that. I wanted to hear it from her.
I'm just taking the important things now. I'll send someone for the rest later.
Wally, she's serious. Stop her.
Trying to stop her now will do more harm than good. Let's just go along with it for now.
Could you please hand me my Snoopy Bratz? They're over there.
Well, I take it you've given this a lot of thought.
Oh, yeah. It came to me on the way upstairs. Can I have a muffin, please?
Oh, honey. Did you know Muffin's missing an eye?
We're all having our problems these days.
Listen, sweetheart, I know that our having a baby is a big adjustment for you. And if you feel that the way you want to handle it is by leaving, well, that's your right.
Thanks. Could you please get me my rose knit dress? It's on the doorknob.
Kelly, if you're going to take your rose knit dress, be sure to take your black patent shoes, too.
Helen, I said go along with her, not pack for her.
Well, I guess that's all. I'll be leaving now.
Kelly, you're acting like a child.
Good, Wally.
Look, I still love you both, but I can tell things will just never be the same around here. I'll still come back every Monday for my allowance, if I'm still getting one.
Well, of course. We wouldn't want to lose you as a dependent.
Well, I guess you've made up your mind. Can we give you a ride to wherever you're going?
No, I'm not going too far. If anybody calls for me, tell them I'm at Grandma's.
Well, don't make yourself a stranger.
Oh, I won't. And thanks for everything. You've been terrific.
Our baby's gone.
Mom, eggshells have protein, don't they?
Yes, dear. But if you want your omelet crunchy, I'd suggest green peppers.
You'd think they would have invented something to do this for you.
They already have. It's called a mother.
coast clear?
Wally, Kelly is confused, not alarmed.
Pretty depressed, huh?
Well, under the circumstances, I think she's doing fairly well.
Fairly well? She's having the time of her life.
Great. Mary Ellen and I are home worried she's crying her heart out, and she's over here dancing with a beaver.
Maybe it's time for me to go floss again.
All right, that does it. Enough of this liberal 80s parent garbage.
Fine. What do you propose to do about it?
I'm going to drag her home whether she likes it or not.
I guess you've forgotten that 2 days after we brought Beaver home from the hospital, you tried to trade him to the Donaldsons for their cat.
I always liked Puff Puff.
It took you a long time to accept having a younger brother. You can't expect Kelly to adjust to it overnight.
Well, I just wish she'd adjust to it at our house.
Let her stay here for a while. She'll come home when she's ready. And when she does, make her realize that the baby is a blessing, not an intrusion. Let her help you pick out toys and furniture and even select a name.
Thanks, Mom. You know, we should have just let you tell her in the beginning.
Community chest. How about that? I won second prize in a beauty contest.
Ollie, will you stop playing and put your stuff away? You heard Dad. We can all stay up later if the room's clean.
It's not fair. No matter how late they let me stay up, you'll always get to stay up later. Look, Ollie, if you let me out of jail, I'll help you clean up. Deal.
2 more minutes left.
Dad, how come Kip always gets to go to bed at 10:30, and I gotta go to sleep the same time the kids in Hawaii are eating lunch?
Oliver, we've been over this before. Kip is older than you. And when you get older, then you can have more privileges.
He gets all the privileges.
Time's a wasting, guys. If you meet your deadline, then you can each stay up a half hour more than usual. Oh, and may Allah be with you.
Hurry, Ollie. Then we can finish our Monopoly game.
Yeah, and I can stay up later and watch videos.
You don't even listen to the music. You just watch the girls. What a dodo.
You're just jealous. Will you move it?
Maybe I don't want to.
And I'll do it. I want to stay up.
Time's up. No extra privileges tonight, guys. Sorry.
There. Are you happy now? You're such a baby sometimes.
I'm not a baby.
You're right. You're a grubby little infant.
Yeah? You're a goofy glob of nothing.
Baby, baby, baby.
Ow! Get on! Uncle Beaver, quick! They're covering each other!
All right, guys, come on, right now. Come on, break it up, All right, guys, right now.
You started it.
I did not. Carrot Top did.
All right, guys, now wait a minute. If you can't agree on anything, you can both just spend the entire day tomorrow in the house.
But, Dad...
No buts. Now, you had your chance. Maybe next time you can take advantage of it.
Thanks, Ollie. I've got a big baseball game tomorrow. Now I'll miss it. You better stay away from me for the rest of your life.
Boy, I felt sorry for Kip. Now I'm positive I don't want a brother or sister. All they do is cause trouble.
Well, sometimes they do. They can be a lot of fun, too.
I'd rather have a dog, and I'm allergic to those.
Probably a brother or sister can be the best friend you'll ever have.
So can a dog. That's what they're known for.
Dogs are nice, but a brother or sister, they can talk to you and share their toys and their secrets. They'll even eat your lima beans when your folks aren't looking.
Thought you might like a little bedtime snack.
Thanks, Uncle Beaver.
Kelly, there's an awful lot of love in your house. And you know, just because your family's getting bigger, it doesn't mean that there's any less for you.
You know, Grandma, I like the way you try to cheer me up.
even when it doesn't work.
Well, you can't blame me for trying.
Dad,
Yes, Oliver?
I have a confession to make. I started the fight upstairs. I also didn't clean up my half of the room when I was supposed to.
Is that true, Kelly? Kip?
I never meant for you to miss your game. And I just got so mad because I'm not older. And it's not your fault.
Well, Kip, I guess you can play in your game tomorrow. And stay up a little bit later tonight.
Hey, great. Thanks, Dad. And thanks, Ollie. It takes a real man to admit what a creep he's been.
Aw, thanks, Kip. Does this mean I don't have to stay away from you for the rest of my life?
Sure. You know that $5 I owe you?
Yeah?
Well, here's one of them.
What a guy. Dad, am I still grounded?
I'm afraid you can't wiggle out of that. But I'm very proud of what you did tonight. And I'm going to make sure you get back those other $4.
Well, I guess the least I can do is go upstairs and pick up the stuff that's getting moldy.
Wait a minute. I'll give you a hand. I love this father-son stuff.
Boy, Ollie sure was brave.
Sure was. I wouldn't touch any of this stuff under his bed.
No, I mean about admitting what he did.
Once in a while, a little goof will really surprise you.
He was mean to you, and he got so mad at you.
I sort of don't blame him for being mad. I do have it better because I'm older. He still does a lot of nice things for me, though.
Like what?
Well, once he wet my towel for me, so Dad thought I already took a bath.
Really?
Yeah. Then last year, when I wiped out on my skateboard and broke both arms, brushed my teeth for me.
I guess a younger brother could come in handy.
Especially when all my friends are busy. I always have Oliver to goof off with. He'll do lots for me, a friend wouldn't. Like that $5 he loaned me 3 years ago.
You know, honey, maybe we should let Kelly pick out the baby's name. That'd get her involved.
I don't think that's a very good idea. We could wind up living with someone named Kermit or Dad.
Kermit Cleaver. It's got a nice ring to it.
Honey, I don't think so.
Kelly!
Oh,
honey, it's Kelly.
Honey.
Oh, hi, pal.
I just want you both to know that it's all right with me if you have that baby. I think we can make it work now.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad to hear you say that. But what made you change your mind?
Well, when you told me about the baby, I just thought of the bad stuff. I didn't think that maybe one day I might need somebody to brush my teeth for me. Well, it's time for me to go to bed now. Good night, Dad.
Good night, honey.
I love you both. Good night, baby. I can't wait to meet you.
Oh, come here, you. We're glad you're here.
Oh,
you know
you
that.
bet.
Take care of yourself and your family with a show that puts parenting in perspective. Join Debbie Van Keek.
The new Leave It to Beaver.
Relax, honey, or you won't be able to sleep at your own slumber party.
But, Mom, this is my first party.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you two clowns were here to crash the debutante's ball.
Hey, look, don't you think if those two boys were in this house,
We would have heard about it by now.
What is it, honey? Quick, Daddy. It's almost 6 o'clock. My guests are coming. They'll spoil everything.
Oh, now, calm down. He just called from the 5 and dime, and they're all out of round balloons, so he's going to try the toy store.
Well, we gotta have the round ones. You can't make water balloons with the long ones. They break before you throw them. Not that we're gonna throw them.
Relax, honey, or you won't be able to sleep at your own slumber party.
But, Mom, this is my first party. And if it bombs, nobody will let me cut in line at lunch or pass me notes during assembly. I'll probably have to pay someone to take me to the prom.
Sally, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. This much planning didn't go into my own wedding.
Hi, Grandma. This is Duffy. He's a kid.
Well, hello, Duffy. Are you new in town?
No, I just never liked Oliver much until we had to stay after school together. And now, he's all right.
Well, that's good to hear.
Grandma, can Duffy take dinner?
Well, usually I wouldn't mind, but this is kind of short notice. You know, it's Kelly's party and all.
But this is an emergency. My mom's cooking a liver tonight.
Liver, huh? That is an emergency. All right, Duffy. You call your mother and ask her if you can stay.
We already did. Because everybody knows you never turn us down.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dad.
Oliver, who's your friend?
Oh, this is Duffy.
He's a kid.
Oh, hi.
He's going to be eating with us tonight.
Mr. Cleaver, are you a real ball player?
Well, no, not exactly. You see, my office is just in a softball league.
His boss says it'll hurt my dad's morals.
That's morale. And I better get going. If I'm late, Lumpy makes me do extra push-ups. Oh, by the way, Oliver, you have a good time tonight. But remember, Kelly's slumber party is strictly off-limits. That goes to you, too, Jeff.
Dad, why would I want to spend the evening going on treasure hunts and watching cartoons with a bunch of goofy little girls who take the Smurfs seriously?
Oh, good. Now I can concentrate on my game. Normally my household is in order. Good night, guys.
Hi, Dad.
Buddy.
Are they really going to have treasure hunts and watch cartoons?
Yes. But I think Kelly will tell you all about it tomorrow.
Over here. Did you find a clue? Something that begins with the letter C. Let's go look under the potato chip.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
Allergic. Did you get a pet? I have to take 2 of these if you did.
Well, not unless one sneaked in while we were at the pancake house.
Well, I better check them anyway, just in case any of your pillows got duck feathers in them.
Fun kid.
I get it. Hi, Peggy.
Can you find your way back?
Well, actually, my folks are right out this evening, and I wondered if it would be okay if Rebecca came to the party.
Oh, well, gee, Rebecca. I mean, all the other kids are much shorter than you.
No sweat, baby. Don't worry about me. I love children.
Well, come on in. Kelly, honey, this is Rebecca. This is Peggy's cousin from Chicago. Would it be a problem if she stayed for the party?
I guess not.
Well, it just means you get 9 little weenies to eat instead of 11.
No problem. I don't eat meat. It trashes my figure.
Well, come in. We're having a treasure hunt. If you look under stuff to start to see, we might find a prize.
Yeah, well, I would, but my horoscope told me to de-emphasize my competitive nature this week.
Would you like some punch?
Pretty fun game, huh, Dusty?
Yeah, fun.
Who's winning anyway? I don't know. I stopped keeping score an hour ago. Who's winning then? It was either you or me.
It was 279 to 263 with Duffy in the lead.
Thanks, Skip.
Don't mention it.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You want to throw rocks in the dryer? I know. We could pretend we're space rangers, stuck on the planet Rilo, surrounded by thousands of giant, angry lizards. Nah, we did that yesterday.
That does it. Why don't you two rocket scientists stop talking and go out and do something with your lives?
You know, Kip's right. So, what do you want to do? Let's go spy your cousin's party. You heard Dad and Grandma. They don't want us really going over there at all. Oliver, you know how it works. They tell you not to do something, just so you want to do it even more. Then you do it, they get to yell at you, and everybody's happy. Yeah. Duffy, I really don't think we should be doing this. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just trying to find that frog. It's not our fault he came over here. But you didn't have to throw him in this direction. I didn't throw him. I read about these rare flying frogs, and I want to see if he was one of them. Look. There he is. Oh, my, we got him. Yeah. Come on, Oliver. Your dad said we couldn't go to the party, but he didn't say we couldn't look at it. I suppose it would be okay. But we better forget about what we saw as soon as we get back. Okay, go take a look.
Wow. If it isn't the Junior Neighborhood Watch.
Mr. Haskell, what are you doing here?
I have a standing invitation to Casa de Keith. Besides, some little tyke lost her retainer down a drain, so they call me. Wally's too cheap to pay a plumber. Now, what's your excuse?
Oh, we caught a frog. Isn't he a beauty? And he can almost fly, too. Want to see?
Maybe later. If I didn't know better, I'd say you two clowns were here to crash the debutante's ball.
No, Mr. Haskell. The frog story we made up is true.
And I suppose you're going to tell me you haven't been upstairs to short sheet the bunks yet?
No way.
What am I talking to here? 2 healthy American boys or a couple of meter maids? You're missing out on a chance for some serious fun here. I remember at the 8th grade sleepover, your Uncle Wally and I got Beaver to sneak over to the girls' side and put mayonnaise in the sleeping bags.
Gee, really? Dad and Uncle Wally really did that?
See, they're still talking about it down at the Vikings. Just got a frog.
got a bunch of girls. You can't waste a perfect combination like that. Unnatural.
Mom, yes, right foot, yellow. Oh. Peggy, get ready. Debbie's going to be kissing carpet any minute now. Please find my retainer. I can do my cheek shifting already.
Oh, honey, oh, great. We'll find it. Come on. Yeah, I think I can get it, Wally. But I'm worried about the electric wires near the pipe. You're going to have to cut the power. Yeah, okay. Hey, girls. Girls, don't be scared. We're going to turn the lights off for a minute. Breaker box is outside. Mary Ellen, you know what I could use? If you got some... Mary Ellen, have you got some rags?
Here, hold on a sec.
Eddie, will you hurry up? Hey, lighten up, Sam, huh? I'm not charging you by the hour. Come on, move it. I got a house full of little girls here. All right. I got it, Wally. Hit the lights.
Thanks, mister. My mom said if I lost another one, I'd have to pay for it myself.
Well, maybe you'll think about that next time you decide to toss your cookies in the sink.
Wow, look at all this gold junk. Yeah. Have you ever been alone in a girl's room before? Once, but I was with somebody. Well, this is fun. Let's go. What's behind? You heard what Mr. Haskell said. This is a night people are going to remember long after they've forgotten about it. Hey, look. Grab it now. Good luck, Mr. Froggy. Who's that hairy guy with the guitar, Rebecca? That's drummer. Isn't he a hunk? Yeah, a hunk. What's a hunk? Look, I'm Cinderella. And she's Queen of Flags. Honey, come here. You've got to do something about Rebecca.
Well, honey, I think you're overreacting. She's different than the other girls, and I find her interesting.
Do you remember the song, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to?
You would cry, too, if it happened to you. I'm on the case. Okay, girls, showtime. Yeah, I think you're going to love this.
What is it? Is it a concert?
Well, no, but there's a lot of good music in it.
Oh, excellent. You got Rocky Horror.
Oh, well, it's sort of a horror film.
Flicker's Hawaiian Adventure.
Don't worry. It starts a little slow, but it really picks up when he gets caught in the tuna net.
As much as I love camp classics, I think I'm going to go upstairs and do a number on my hair if that's okay with you, Kelly. Oh, sure. Go ahead. No problem. required. Did your mom let you wear earrings to school? Of course not. I'll wait till after I leave the house to put them on. Oh. Okay, who wants orange eyelids? I do. Oh, this is pretty. What are you going to do, Molly? Come here, Molly. Come here. I wonder what they've been doing up there for so long. Probably something absurd, like holding their breath until they faint. We better go up there and take a look. They may be reading the diary. I don't have a diary. Well, we better get up there before they find that out. You say that now, but one day you wouldn't think of having a party without boys. Now, with my luck, boys will probably make me break out. Would that make us jump come off easy? Probably not. I've never seen my mom without it. Oh, hi. We thought you guys would be lumbering by now. Rebecca's letting us make up like we're going to a rock concert in Chicago. How are you getting there? We're just pretending. We're going back to watch the movie. Come on, Kelly, grow up. Let's go, Maxie. Hey, how did you get that blue color over your eyes? Come here, I'll show you. I've been to Chicago a few times myself. Rebecca, can you do something for me, too? Sure. Why don't we start by doing something with that hair? My hair? I don't know. No problem. If you don't want to do this, just go back downstairs and see how the big fish is doing. What'd you have in mind? Let's just use our imagination.
You know, I would have thought these teeny weeny weenies would have been a bigger hit.
Yeah. Next time we'll have to try those teeny tiny tacos. Molly, you're a little sensitive now.
That's exactly why I'm kissing you in this room.
There, I think I got it. Why don't you take it into...
I don't mean to interrupt, but are Oliver and his little friend Duffy here?
They seem to have disappeared. My dad figured we'd look here first, since this is the last place we're supposed to be.
Hey, look, don't you think if those two boys were in this house, we would have heard about it by now?
Yeah, everything's been peaceful since we put the movie on. No wonder. There's nobody out there. That is so old. I love it. Wow, Kelly, you look different. I know. Dad, before we go home, you start hollering at me. Can I say a few words to my Aunt Mary Ellen and Uncle Wally?
Sure. You're entitled to one last request.
I'd apologize for sneaking over. And even though you probably don't like Kelly's new hair as much as I do, she only did it because her friends ditched her party, and they started doing dumb things first. Thanks, Ollie. I wish I could say something to get you in less trouble.
Don't feel bad, Kelly. It wouldn't make any difference. I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Am I going to have to shave my head now?
No, I'm sure the beauty parlor can return your hair to its normal color.
You mean like they always do with yours?
Sort of.
Kelly, it's not the color of your hair that we're worried about.
No, we're just upset that you let those girls pressure you into dyeing it in the first place.
But it was my party, and I didn't want to be left out of it.
Kelly, there are going to be a lot of times when you'll want to go along with something just to be part of the crowd.
You don't have to lecture me anymore. So I feel like the dumbest kid that ever lived.
Well, maybe it's better that this happened to you now. So that next time when the gang says, hey, come on along, nothing bad's going to happen, you'll know better.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll never forget this. I'm going to be the only kid in Sunday school tomorrow morning who looks like a skunk.
Cool pool, bulletproof. Vanity, fast food. Catch the noise on the street tomorrow night at 8. Street Noise, only on YTV.